Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to solve the manager box. As you guys know, it's already about expired. So let's start with this. Let's change the directory first. CD machine manager. Let's clear everything. Okay, so with that, let's start with the nmap scan first. Sudo nmap -a space small s capital C for -v for verbose. And with that, let's enter the IP address, which is 10.10.11.236, and we'll perform enter. And I'm not sure what is this, but this should be the correct one. Sorry. And with this, let's wait. We have a 445. There is a 53135. So seems to be Kubernetes, SMB, LDAP. So there are quite many ports open here. And there we go. We got the results. Let's check from the above. Okay, so we have the port 53, 80, there is 88, there is 135, there is a port for Kubernetes, there is a Active Directory which has its own domain. It has this DNS entry. We can include this into the host file along with this manager.htb and following dc01.manager.htb. What else do we have? Okay, we have a SQL server running. What else do we have here? Another LDAP port. This one also belongs to LDAP. Okay, so there is one last thing that we can see. Oh yeah, there we go. We have SMB running. Okay, so I think we can start from the SMB over here and see what sort of like access we have related to the network and shared files. Along with that, we can see that is running a website too. While working on SMB, we can also check on web portal and see what sort of function the web portal have. Okay, so let's try to connect with the, we should try list all the like shared file names or directory names using SMB. So let's try command SMB client. Okay, let me clean this. SMB client. With this, we'll use -l for list and following with 10. Okay, I have already added the manager.htb in the host, so we'll go with that. And with this, we should get the file listed, and this does not have any password, so we can directly push enter, and there we go. It seems we have two disks. One is netlogon and the second one is sysvolume. I'm not sure what sort of data they'll be holding. So let's try and connect with the netlogon first and see what we can get from there. SMB client following with /manager.htb following with netlogon, enter. As I said, this does not have any password, so we should get in, and it seems we don't have access to run the commands too. Okay, let's exit from here and see what sort of data holds the sysvolume and ls. Okay, so we don't have the permission on both of the points, so we can say that's it. Same here too. I think we should try the different tool. There's another tool that we can try which is crackmap exes, and as we know, or like some of us might have used it before, and for those who has never used this tool before, this tool we used for network recon and exploitation. Primarily it get used for the Windows operating system and as well as for the Active Directory infrastructure. So let's exit from here, clear this, and we can try, as we just tried SMB, so it didn't give us much. So let's try with this tool, crack map executable SMB with space manager.htb following with the username. As we know that it doesn't have any username, so we can go for the anonymous. And for the domain, it's a manager.htb. Oh yeah, for the starting we need a IP rather the name, so let's paste it. Oh sorry, we didn't complete the command yet. As for the password, it doesn't have one, and we will try and use this RID brute force. This will help us to find like the user who has permission to read the data on those two SMB directories. I think we need to include the password too. and we have added the -p single quote twice. So if I click on this, it shouldn't be a problem. So let's run, and this should give us a beautiful output. And there we go. We got some beautiful outputs here. If you start reading from here, we have administrator, guest. This must be related to Kubernetes. This is cert publisher. I'm not sure what sort of cert it's. This is enterprise. This is a group policy user. There is Zong, Chang, Ryan, Raven, Jinwoo. So we have this list of the users over here. Let's start from below. So we'll start checking from this to this to this to this, and first we'll try using the we use admin, so we'll use operator or something like that. Now that we have a password, let's try again. SMB client. This time we'll specify the user with the -U. It's going to be operator, so we'll paste it as well as in the password. Let's see if we can log in. Okay, do we need a small one? Let's try this. Copy, paste, enter. Well, that was easy. I wasn't expecting that we'll be able to hit this in single hit. I usually do this, but I never thought that it would be this easy over here. Okay, so let's try the ls. What we have here. Okay, nice, lovely. We have a manager.htb. Now that we have a manager.htb, I think we should try and download this whole folder or the directory recursively. So for this, let me open the Obsidian and see through the tool the commands which are related to the SMB. There we go. Let's look for the SMB over here. We might be able to get it. Let's find SMB. There we go. We have opened it here. Yep. So we'll use a file transfer way. Let's put this first. Prompt. Then we'll turn on the recursion, and along with that we'll use mget. And this should download the manager.htb. So we got the files. If you guys remember that in the starting, we also have MySQL running on the port. If I'm not wrong, it was on 1433. So let's try access that. For that, let's see what sort of data, what sort of commands or sets do we have over here. In this, it was 1433. There we go. It's a Microsoft SQL Server database. So this should be holding a different command set. Okay, so we can perform enumeration. We can use MySQL. I see, but we don't want to perform the brute force because we already know that it is related to something operator. Let's not do that. We can try connect, impact it. This is new. Although it's in my record, but I never used this tool before. Okay, let's exit from here. We'll try this too and see what sort of data we can get from here. Impact it, MSSQL client. That's new. Let's see. So we can connect with the target database, turn on, turn off debugs, no password. We can use anti-LM hashes if we have one to access it without putting the actual password, which is a hard-coded one. We can use hash instead. Okay, so let's clear the screen and copy and paste this command. I think Windows will do. And over here we should add for the domain, it's going to be manager.htb, and for the username it's going to be operator, and same goes here. This is also going to be operator if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's operator. Let's check add the IP2, which is 10.10.11.236, and with this, if I click on enter, we should get in. Lovely. Okay, so we are in as a guest master. Let's see what we can do over here, or we can try help. I remember that I have used it previously. Okay, so there is one quite cool looking command that we generally use if it's a Windows system. That's this xp direct, and this is a xp command shell, but I'm not sure if we have the permission to run the commands over here. Let's try ipconfig. Yep, we don't have the right. Let's try this xp directory tree. Oh, nice. So we have the directory tree currently. Let's try further if we can see that find our interest. We know that this is a MySQL database. This is a user one, and what I find interesting is this one, and this seems to be related to the website inetpub. Let's try and dig in. For this, I think we have to specify the whole path, and to do so it should go like c:/. Oh, I guess we can't see this, but there is another fascinating thing that came into my mind, and that is we must be exploiting this user to get access further. Let's see what we can get in these files that we have downloaded in web. Let's cat services, what we have here. This seems to be pretty static. That's clear. We can exit from here, clear, and collapse cd web. Let's unzip this website backup. Let's not do this. We'll put it into the directory website backup, enter, and there we go, we got it. Now we will look if there is any password or like username we can find. So for that we use a command like this is my style for finding the stuff. So we do grep -r recursively and -o. With that we'll look for user. Okay, there are few files. Let's check for the pass. Nice, we have this one file which contain the pass and the user too. Let's check this file and what sort of data this contain. Okay, so we will check. Let's okay, I think it was in the open. So let's cd website backup ls, and where is it? Okay, it's a dot file, so it should be in the open. Let's cat .all.conf file. There we go, and let's see what we have here. Okay, so we got the username and password for the Raven, and this is the password. Let me open the test this and save the content over here. So we will keep that up. Copy to the selection, paste it here, and I don't know. Oh, I see. Let's add it here. Now we should be able to see it. And what else do we have here? Actually, this is not the whole content. This is the whole content that we need. Let's paste it, and it's an YAML XML file. Let's mark this XML. We have the username and password with the host. So we'll add this whole, we have already added this host into the host file. Let's cat that /etc/hosts. There we go. We have this in already there. That's clear. Now that we have the username and password, I think we can try the different tool. As it's a Windows system, we can try evil WinRAM. With that, we'll be able to access the window machine. So let's do that. We'll use evil, and there we go. So to perform the WinRAM, let's write the command evil-win. Okay, so we got the command here. Let's add the user, and the user is going to be the Raven. Let's copy this, paste it here, and for the password, this is going to be the password. Copy, paste, and for the host, it's going to be IP address, and for that we are going to add 10.10.11.236 and enter. There is no such event. I see. I think I made a mistake over here. We'll keep this in quote, and we have to add exclamation 1 2 3 and single quote here. Now if I enter, we should get the access, please, and there we go. Now we have the access of the machine. Let's see. ls, it's empty. Let's go back. ls, let's go to the desktop. It must be containing the user flag. Let's check. And ls, and there we go. We can cat it, but I won't be doing it. I'll grab the flags after some time. So now that we have the user flag, we'll be messing with the Active Directory from here on. For that, let's check what sort of permission our user have and what it can do, as we'll be performing the Windows privilege escalation. So we need to start by identifying what sort of privilege and membership or different group ownership our user has. So for that, we'll use commands like who am I and perform all action on that. So let's do that and see what sort of permission and extra stuff our user have. Who am I /all and enter, and there we go. Let's there's a user claim unknown. Let's copy till here and copy. We'll add another one, paste. Okay, so let's read this data. Over here we can see that this is a user and this is a group information that it belongs to. This is a remote management user. This is going to be the all over the group like Supreme. This is a user, pre-Windows 2000 compatible access. This is a certificate service DCOM access. This is a network authenticated user, this organization and TLM authentication, and there is a mandatory label. What else we have? There's a privilege that this user have. He has a privilege to add workstation in the domain, bypass the traverse checking, and increase the process work set. I didn't catch the process work set, but let's go through again and see what we can tamper over here. So these are the few things that I'm finding weird. Let's check it on our system, like what sort of output our local system gives. So if I perform who am I / all, if there is anything different, then we'll check on that. There is a bullet administrator. Okay, so it's going, must be a remote user. There is a user, we have it here. Okay, we don't have these two things. We have authenticated user. This one has this organization. It has NTLM authentication. We have this, also have this. Doesn't have local account because it's maybe server machine, that's why. And for the privilege, we have all these. But if you see over here, we can bypass the traverse check, but we don't have the other permission enabled, other are disabled. So these two things we must be tampering with. Let's close and see if there is any. Let's check for the certificate service, DOM access, DCOM access. Let's see if we can find anything related to this certificate service DCOM access. I'm finding this weird. Let's check. Okay, so over here, let's check for the exploits, and it seems we have worked on these previously. Let's open all these links and see what we can get from here. Escape. Let's also check the GitHub. This one too, this might be able to help. What else do we have? Okay, let's see what we can perform here. Exploiting Active Directory, ADCS, audit. There's a potential risk and attack vectors. What sort of command do they have? I see we can use this certify to find the vulnerabilities. Yeah, I remember that. We have used this in one of another box, though I don't remember the box name, but we have used it previously. Okay, let's check over here to find the vulnerabilities. There was a command that we use. Not this one too. I see. So these are the like escalation levels over here. But first we need to find that what sort of vulnerability we are tackling, or the escalation level we are tackling with. So to perform that, we need a proper command, which I'm not able to find it here, as this was used on local. That must be the reason. Let's check it over here. Okay, nothing here. Over here, nope. Old bloodhound. No, we don't want this. User password. Yeah, I think this is the one. This will help us list all the vulnerabilities. Let's use this command. We'll split the terminal vertically and paste it here, or rather let's put it in the half, and we'll put it in the half and hide all this stuff. Let's add the command over here, and for the username we are going to use this, the above one. This is going to be the username, raven@manage.tech the box. This is the username, and next goes for the password. Copy this, paste it here, and for this let's use rather this flag, we can use the target flag over here, and standard output we can remove this, enter, and let's copy and paste it over here. This should give us a beautiful output. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. I think in the recent updates they have changed the tool name from certify to certify-ad. Sorry, there we go. The color has been changed, so this should work. And I forgot to add the IP address. Rather, the IP address we should add the host name, that is manager.htb, and enter. Okay, so we got the output in this file. Let's see what sort of permission or the vulnerability we have found in this. So we will perform the cat, and I think I have used it on the wrong place. So let's do this mv20 asterisk. We'll move it to /machines manager. There we go. Let's clear this and seed into manager. Let's cat 20 certify.txt and see, adjust it a bit, run it back, and this is the output we have got. And you see that over here it has a vulnerability related to the escalation 7, as it has a danger permission. Let's copy this, the whole stuff, and paste it with this output. Now let's perform the other steps for this escalation 7. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find it over here. This is escalation 6. Okay, so it's access control, which is escalation 7 related. Got it. All we have to do is just copy paste kind of stuff. Let's try slowly. I think from the Unix system, Python can be used to enumerate these sensitive access controls. Okay, and to overwrite the template in order to add the SAN attribute and make it vulnerable to escalation 1. Okay, we're not performing escalation 1, we are performing escalation 7 as it's vulnerable to that. Okay, so we'll be abusing it. Let's see, when it's not problem to restart the cert service. To enable that, we'll be using this attribute, but it's already enabling this attribute. The sub certificate built-in template can be used along with the manage CA rights. Okay, and let's start from here. If attacker only has a manager CA permission, let's see. Yep, we have the manager CA permission. Certify Python can be used to enumerate access rights over CA object and modify some C attributes like officer list. An officer in a user with the manager certificate rights, this one. The attacker would also enable and disable certificate templates. Although I don't have much knowledge related to the certificate templates, but it seems to be pretty dark if it get compromised. Okay, so let's go here and see what sort of command it suggests. Okay, so we have to add the officer. Like this must be going to the Raven as this is a user. Let's copy this command and add it over here. And for the CA, I think it's related to certificate. Let's see what we have in this CA. It's a CNAME. We'll be using this over this, and for the officer we'll be using the Raven. There seems to be a case sensitivity problem with the adding officer, so we'll use this. Next we will add the email address for the username. That's going to be, where did it go? Yeah, this username and the target. Let's copy this and paste it here, and we'll copy this and paste over here. Like again, rather certify, we'll use AD because of update, and if I click on run, it should add our user to this manage certificates, and we have been successfully added. To verify this, we'll rerun this command and see if our permissions are elevated. We'll cat this, and there we go. We have our user in the manager certificates. Okay, so let's see what next we can perform. Okay, here the sub certificate template can be enabled on CA with the -enable template parameter. By default, the sub CA template is enabled. Okay, so we have to enable this template. Let's copy and paste. We don't need this stuff. We need this for the starting, and for the next we'll be putting this. And over here what it's doing, it's performing the same certification name, and after that we are enabling the sub CA, the template, and the username, password, and the target. Let's copy this and paste it here and see what happens next. Okay, so we have enabled this template over this certificate. Okay, so next we'll be performing the attack. To perform the attack, we'll be using this command. Let's copy this first, and then we'll try to understand like what this command is doing. Okay, we wasn't able to copy this slowly. Now it's copied and paste. Let's see what's happening over here. If we have fulfilled the prerequisites for this attack, we can start by requesting a certificate based on the sub-certificate template. This request will be denied, but we will save the private key and note down the request ID. Got it? So we'll be changing stuff over here. CA username and password along with the target. Copy username, password, target till here. We are using the same stuff, and as we are elevating it to the administrator level, I think we should change it DNS. There we go. So we will be using this -AD, and with this our privilege should get elevated. And if it's not getting elevated, at least we should get a certificate that we can use. So not certificate, but the key, the private key. Sorry, my bad. Let's paste it over here, and there seems to be an error. Okay, because of this enable template, my bad. Let's copy it back, clear the stuff, paste it here, enter. Okay, we have a problem here. Oh, I see, because we have already this is a different parameter that get used, and this one is different. Okay, now we should get a key, and there we go, we got the key. Yes, we want to save it, and the request is 13. Nice. Now what's next? With our manager CA and manager certificate, yes, we can use this issue the failed certificate request with the CA command and issue request ID parameter. Okay, not sure what it will do, but let's go for it. Copy and paste it here. CA will be this. Next issue ID, what was the issue ID? It's a 13. There's a request ID, so it's not an issue ID, it's a request ID, but yeah, they're referring it as a issue ID. And copy stuff till here, paste. Now if we copy and paste it over here, incorrect. Let's enter. My bad, I keep forgetting that it's a AD. enter. I don't know what it will do. Okay, got access denied, trying to issue certificate. And why is that? Don't tell me we have to perform all the steps back again. If I check over here, I'm sure the privilege must have been dropped down. Let's check it back. Cat, yes, we are no longer the part. Let's clear this. We'll perform all these commands one more time. Paste, enter. It should add the user as an officer. Yes, it is there. Next, we'll enable the template. This one will provide us the key. Okay, so it's enabled. Let's paste the key one. Enter. Yes, we'll save it. Now it's the 14. Let's update this number to 14. certify-AD. Let's copy this and paste. Finger crossed, without failing, you should start. Enter. There we go. We have successfully issued the certificate. Okay, so now what's next? And finally, we can retrieve the issued certificate with the request command and retrieve the parameter. Okay, so for that, we'll be using this command. Copy and paste over here for the username, password. So it's going to be the same till here. The only thing that will differ is going to be the issue request. Rather here, we will be putting it here. And for the target, it should be this. Copy and paste. With that, we will get this file. Okay, with this, we should get the output. Paste, enter, and there we go. We got this file. Let's check, and there we have it. So I think we can authenticate it using this tool itself. So let's check the certify-AD, and I have already performed this command, and for some reason my mouse got cut off. So let's perform this back, and once we perform this, it should give us the hashed value of this user, and there we go. We got the hash value. Let's copy this and paste it here. Now that we have the user hashed value, this must be the password. So if you guys remember, or if you're new, we can use hash to log in into the evil WinRAM. If you remember that in the starting we performed the help or just plain command. Let me show you back. So if we exit from here, let's clear. Not using this, the simple we will use. If you see over here, we can use capital H for the anti-hash, and if you have a good knowledge related to the password of the Windows use anti-LM hash method to store its password. So for that, we will use this. But there is another thing that I forgot to mention, and because I've already performed the action on this machine, you guys will face problem when you will perform this step over here. It will give you error which will be related to the clock, and to solve that error, if you are using like Windows machine, I think let me open the notes that I have created. I'll take you guys directly to that specific point. So here, so if you see over here that when I was performing this, it was giving us an error which was related to the clock. So as I'm using the VirtualBox for this, you will see this is the step I performed to disable this. I use this command to disable the NTP. Because of that, I wasn't able to perform the proper command. And after I disabled that, I have added this domain, so we can sync time with this domain controller. After we sync the time with this domain controller, we was able to run this command, and after that I was able to fetch this data. So now that we are here, we can use this command below and copy this, paste it here. If the hash is not different, doesn't seems to be different. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using the -i for the IP address or the host name, which is required for the Kerberos. After that, I'm using the hash anti-LM hash value, and after that I'm using the user that I'm trying to access. As you guys can see that the credential we have got and compromised the user is administrator. So if I click on this, we should be admin user after entering. Let's perform the clear first. If it will let us. Okay, it won't let us. So now let's perform the ls. There we go. We have the Windows PowerShell. Let's go back. CD desktop. So we are on desktop. Let's perform the ls, and there we go. We have the root.txt, and with this we have accomplished this box. And my little request, please guys, don't forget to subscribe and do like the video if you like the process, or if you want me to refine somewhere, then please do tell me in the comment. I'll try to improve in that point. And if you want me to like create a whole deep like total deep videos on these, like how this tool is working, how the request systems are totally working, that will take time, and I think for that I'm going to require a editor who has knowledge of this domain. So with this, if anybody would like to do editing for me, although I'm not able to pay right now, that would be pretty helpful. And because I have so many videos I have created and the time goes by and I have to delete those, so if anybody is interested into learning and would like to do a video testing or like some video editing, please do reach out to me. And thanks for watching guys so far. Okay, bye. Thank you.